All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Let's go, baby, let's go!
From a championship backfield to your morning drive.
Hands to Hester, and Hester, yep, got it, 5 out of 5!
You're locked in to Off the Bench.
Flynn is back to throw from the end zone, boom!
Live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studio, here's Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Yo, welcome in. Let's go. That was like abrupt. That was a very abrupt ending to the music, but it's okay. It's okay. We are here at SEC Media Day. You know, the energy level went down pretty quick. I'm sure in studio or maybe even on the airwaves, you're still, rocking to the music there. It's okay.
Yeah, we like to headbang for at least 15 to 25 seconds.
Yeah, and then we were in it. We were there, we were headbanging, and it stopped. But it's okay. We are here, boots on the ground in Atlanta, Georgia, for the 2025 SEC Media Days. And our coverage all week long is going to be brought to you by Parrish Construction and Roofing. Sign up for your chance to win $10,000 at parrishbuilt.com. And also presented by Rev and Relief Windows. Flynn, we have made it. You have kind of seen a little bit of the lay of the land. I mean, we got a nice setup. Rivers set us up. We're here in front of where everybody is going to be giving, like, the great word, the speech, right behind us here.
We're like front and center, too.
Yeah, we are a little bit. Now, there's some very large trophy cases that are filled with some incredible trophies that they could be squirrels for us, and we're trying not to pay attention to said trophies all week long. But what a great setup here in the College Football Hall of Fame.
Yeah, this is fantastic, actually. So, obviously, I didn't get invited my senior year beforehand to SEC Media Day. So, first-timer here, walking around, seeing Radio Row. We got a chance to come over here. We are really right smack dab in the middle of the College Football Hall of Fame. So, we got a chance to walk around, see all the cool helmets. What a cool display. And we literally are right in front of, let's see, national championships, BCS championships, all the trophies. We got Orange Bowl, Rose Bowl. We got all the trophies right in front of us. So, for like a self-proclaimed diagnosed squirrel seer, this is challenging. Hey, look, we're right in front and center. Coaches are going to be talking, giving press conferences, Sankey, everything. They're going to be literally right over our shoulders. So, man, cool setup. Happy to be here. And, we're kicking off a really fun week. So we're excited about it.
Today, day number 1, and I'm using Matt Flynn's cheat sheet, his homework he done. Well done there, Matt Flynn. It's laminated and everything. Be still, my beating heart. Day 1, LSU, Ole Miss, South Carolina, and Vanderbilt. So certainly we'll talk a lot of LSU. I know Brian Kelly's going to talk to the local media here coming up in a couple of minutes. He'll obviously be on the podium here today, and hopefully we can catch up with either Coach Kelly or Gary Nussmeier. Looking forward to that group. It's a good group of LSU players. Whit Weeks, Garrett Nussmeier, Chris Hilton Jr., and it's very cool. And this is the second year in a row to see Garrett here, but it's always cool to see somebody who, had your path and waited their turn and wanted to play for LSU, didn't want to go anywhere else. And then when they get a reward like coming to Media Days and hanging out.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things. I feel like whatever your quarterback situation is, I feel like you should be required to bring the quarterback because, like it or not, the quarterback's going to be the leader. So even if you have a competition, whatever, I feel like you should be required to bring a quarterback because of all the storylines that come with the quarterback. Whether he's transferred no times or 2, 3, 4 times, whatever that is, it's something people want to hear about. But certainly a reward for Garrett to be able to come here 2 years in a row and all the accolades that are coming with him. Carrying around a little bit more pressure, I guess, this year just because of the success that he's had on the field.
Oh, yeah.
How can he replicate it? How can he duplicate it and improve on it? So we'll
because he had a pretty, it feels like maybe unfair expectation a year ago because we were all so excited because we had seen him in flashes. We had seen him certainly whenever he got in have moments, but it's like, okay, well, the last couple of quarterbacks here have been pretty good, bud.
Yeah.
And we expect you to be the same. And that's probably a little unfair, but he threw for 4,000 yards and lived up to everything we kind of built him to be. But now, to your point, it's like, okay, well, I was just doing SEC this morning before he hopped on here, and they were like, all right, give us your favorite quarterback and the best quarterback in the SEC this year. And Peter said, outside of Garrett Nussmeier.
Yeah, because we know you're going to say that.
Right.
Who else outside of that? And of course, that is a question directed at the LSU folks for sure, because of course we're going to think he's the best. But it's a pretty deep class in the entire SEC. So looking forward this week to, hopefully getting to speak with a lot of these quarterbacks, but at least hearing them talk, seeing their mindset. I know it's going to be hard to drag a lot of information out of these college kids because they went through training this past week, probably leading up to this on what not to say, how to say things, how to format the answers to their questions. And what's the biggest thing you remember about your training? The biggest thing that I remember when they train you for media, it's it doesn't matter what the question is. What do you want to talk about?
Yep.
How do you want to get it? Answer the question you're comfortable with. So even if they ask you about apples, give an answer about oranges.
Yeah.
If you're more comfortable talking about oranges. And we're not going to say a whole lot, but we're going to talk about the team. We're going to talk about being confident. So it's can we break down those layers on some of these interviews that we got? So hopefully we get to talk to Nuss, and I just really want to hear from him. Because you've done so many things really well.
Yeah.
What is a successful next step for you? What would make you say after the season, look back on it and say, man, I made a big stride here. This has been a successful season. What are the things that you're going to pinpoint where you can improve on? And, of course, as fans and as people that analyze the game and people that cheer for it, of course, we want him to be better, not have any down moments. We talk about the second half of the Texas A&M game where the offense kind of stalled out. Was going so great for a half, but how do we avoid those down moments? Was it just a game plan thing? Did A&M, do we give them a lot of credit for how they played? Or is it on us? Was it on us? Can we make those changes? So I'm going to see, that's what I'm most excited about. How does Nussmeier say, I need to improve on this year? And what are those things?
That second half of the Texas A&M game, how that makes me feel?
There it is. Ladies and gentlemen, they gave us buttons. They gave these two idiots buttons.
The best part is I'm sitting down and I'm like, oh, yeah, T-Bob's hitting all these buttons, but they're kind of fun.
They're amazing.
And I've kind of got them, I think for the most part, if Flynn says something shiny. That's funny. If Flynn gets another good question.
Count it.
You know what I mean?
What if something spooky?
Ooh.
I think it's that one. That
one. What if you tell one of your dad jokes?
Yes. I'm excited about that. That's the thing I'm most excited about this entire week.
Oh,
is the 8 buttons.
And so we'll see if my CTE brain can keep focus on which ones are which.
Yep.
Because T-Bob would just start hitting buttons.
It's going to be tricky. I think we got this, though.
I feel like
if you just keep hone it into 4 buttons.
Yeah.
I think we'll be fine.
I think I already forgot.
Hey, but look at us, though. I'm proud of both of us. We both have collared shirts on.
I know.
We dress for success. You got your skinny jeans. Proud of you.
You got your skinny shorts. Proud of you.
Skinny shorts. Yep, they're a little high. I'm trying to get comfortable in my seat.
Those things are up there.
So, yep.
Those things, we got some.
Brought my socks that
a lot of wind getting on your thigh there, bud.
I know. Well, yeah. If you got it, flaunt it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I've always said it. That's why I wear skinny jeans.
But look at us.
Poncho shirts.
Couple of button-ups, couple of collared shirts.
This is as
business trip, people.
This is as dressed up as you're going to get, Team OTB. I can promise you that. I went down there with PB and CD, and PB's got this suit on or whatever, and they got their makeup on. I'm like, no, guys. Normally, last year, I even fixed my hair for them. I was like, what are we doing here? Know thyself.
Know thyself. I mean, that's the difference between having to be on TV and doing some local radio.
True. Regional radio.
That's what I meant.
Regional. We're not just local to Baton Rouge. We're regional.
Regional for the whole. We're coast to coast.
I mean, you can hear 11:30 a.m. The Tiger all the way to Tyler, Texas.
No big deal.
Your people can hear you every single day.
People listen all over the world.
They can.
We used to do those, get those stats on YouTube.
Oh, I did forget I forgot about that.
A listener.
When we first started hanging with Hester, we would ask, who was our producer, Tony Lightfoot, hadn't said that name in a long time.
Yep.
He would find like where whoever the farthest away was watching the show, and we would give him a shout out. I don't know how he did that, or even if he was making it up, but it made me feel better.
We need to bring that back,
Taylor,
because we're worldwide.
Yes.
Wide.
Do people get that now? You have to also turn it off.
Got it. Does it repeat?
I don't really
Does
like.
Does it just loop?
It does. I don't really like that you're already leaning over into my lap to touch the buttons here.
Well,
okay?
we're already 10 minutes into the week.
It is. Look, it is going to be fun. We're excited to be here. Everybody's starting to kind of set their shows up right now. And one of the cool parts about being here on Monday the last couple of years, and the last 3-4 years, LSU's been like the first team, 4 years. So it gives us that initial like rush of energy. Everybody's excited to talk LSU. Like I said, I was down there with Doring, and he's picking LSU to go 11-1.
Doring is?
He picked them to beat Florida.
What a
on
sellout.
national TV.
What a sellout.
Would you ever do that?
No. I don't care if we were terrible. We
Well,
win every game.
Even when we were bad and we were a 3-touchdown dog, we went to the Swamp and beat them.
Who did he pick us to lose to?
Oklahoma, I think. He is a big
strange
fan.
one, I feel like.
He's a big fan of Oklahoma this year, and that's one thing, Matt, you'll see this week. Everybody is going to have their sleeper team, and like the team that and look, I'll do it too. Their team that nobody's giving this team respect, and this team is a team that can kind of come out of nowhere. So you are going to get that question.
Is yours? Well, I think I know yours.
Actually, so they asked me that down there, and on the spot, I was like, I think I'm going to change it. I think I'm going to go with this team, and I don't know that you'll get it.
Okay, so you were Missouri. You were on the Missouri.
Okay, it's Missouri. Okay, you did.
Okay,
get it.
well,
Yeah.
you had talked about them for like 3 hours the other day.
Did I?
Oh, yeah. Big
M-I-Z. Somebody's supposed to say Z-O-U. Like somebody. Anybody?
Z-O-U.
Nobody? No? Got a lot of people here. Nobody through it back to me.
Nope.
It's all right.
Were you
Drink
trying
will
to
do
do
it
like
for me.
a Mickey Mouse Club
That's what they did. They go, M-I-Z. I bet if my guy Blake Baker's listening in the car, he was a coach in Missouri one time. I bet he finished it for me.
Do you think they know that Missouri's not spelled with Z's? I'm going to ask him. I'm going to ask the coach.
It's a fair question.
Like, it's not.
That's a fair
That's
question.
spelled wrong on their jerseys.
Yeah, that's fair. That is very fair.
Is it 2 R's?
Not a Z in sight.
Or 1 R? 2
Wait,
R's.
what? It's right in front of you. Look.
Missouri. Oh, yeah. I wrote it down.
You wrote it down. It's 2
I was
R's.
asking you.
Well, you have a sheet. So this morning after we brought everything up and setting up, I went and got a workout in. You know who was in there grinding? The man over there, Paul Feinbaum. That treadmill was
elliptical?
That treadmill was at a 0.3 pace. I mean, I'm over there, and like I kind of had to hurry because of the time constraints, and I'm over there, and I'm like, good for you for being here. It was 6-something in the morning. Good for you, but my guy.
Okay.
Let's knock that up. Let's hit an incline up, maybe.
Maybe 0.5.
Let's go 0.5. All right, we'll meet you in the middle.
Yeah. Maybe it was his warm-up.
He was done.
Maybe he got some sprints in afterwards.
Not in front of me. He came in like right after me, 0.3 on the treadmill for about 15 minutes, and then Paul said, you know what? I'm back to the room.
So what does Jacob Hester do during a 6 a.m. workout? In a hotel.
Right.
How is the setup today? Like,
Good setup.
It's hit or miss.
It's a good no. It was a good setup. So I've got a 7-minute workout app, right? So it's 7 minutes, and you do a bunch of different stuff, and then 2 miles on the treadmill.
2 miles on the treadmill.
2 miles on the treadmill. And then later today, when I go with Doring, it'll be probably some barbells.
Yep, we'll meet
the weight portion of it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to be in for that one. I thought about getting up and working out this morning, but the old Achilles were talking to me when I got out of bed today.
What were they saying?
They were saying, don't go work out, pretty much.
All right.
But we're going to get it in later. I'm more of a lifting guy. We're not hitting 2 miles up.
Yeah. I didn't have Paul Feinbaum being more gritty than you on my bingo card, but turns out he is.
That's a good point. I mean, mad respect for Paul. 0.3. Let's go. But we're going to bump that up to 0.4.
Is it? Okay. Look, who cares? Full disclosure. I almost wanted to take a picture of it, of the 0.3 and send it to all my friends. I didn't. I did not. That picture does not exist. Even though I just kind of outed him on air.
Yep.
Again, like, I'm proud. Like, he was there working out.
Yep. Like, we can be proud, but a little, what's the word for it? Skeptical of his workout at the same time.
True.
Proud that he's doing it, but we think he should do more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we should just go up just a little
Like,
bit.
the intentions are there. The execution, we can go a half a mile an hour.
It was not the 6-minute abs, although that did used to slap back in the day. It's a 7-minute workout. It's an app on your phone, and you go like a minute. I think it's a minute. Yeah, it's like a minute, like straight without rest, like in a 7 workout. So you got lunges, you got step-ups, you got planks and push-ups and sit-ups and air squats. It's like a warm-up.
Yep.
You run, and then you go back later and you do the barbells.
Okay, love that. Do you think that's what Paul should do?
I don't know that Paul needs to do that for 7 minutes.
Okay.
I think the 3.5-minute workout.
Let's just start with half a mile an hour.
Yes.
Okay.
And we'll get that done. All right, we will step away for the first time, and when we come back, we'll dive into LSU, Ole Miss, South Carolina, and 3 of the 4 have returning quarterbacks that are going to be some of the league favorites. And then you've got Austin Simmons coming for Ole Miss. He is a sophomore who has already graduated college.
Whoa.
He is,
Smarty pants.
He is, like, graduated college. I think he's 19 years old, so certainly somebody that Lane Kiffin, I'm sure, has enjoyed working with. We all remember the Georgia game. He came in last year, did not look out of place, did not look like it was his first time to step onto a football field. So we'll break down the quarterbacks when we come back. It is OTB.
Off the bench.
All right, go to RussellPools.com. Russell Pool Company in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Truly a one-stop shop. Go to the website and click on services. You will see that they can do everything for you. We talk about it from start to finish. Construction, the maintenance of your pool, retail as well. You can see a gallery of work right there on the homepage. Financing options as well. We say it every single day, right? Don't just trust us, although you should. But who does LSU trust with all their
Russell
pool
Pools.
maintenance?
Yeah,
Russell Pool Company. So go to RussellPools.com.
When you think of quality pools, when you think of high-end, middle-end, whatever it is, you think of Russell Pools in Louisiana. They've been doing it a long time. Let them come and build your dream pool from completely turnkey. So from a dream, they can design it. They have landscape architects on staff. They can build it. They can maintain it. Truly, their service is unmatched. So we are proud to be partnered with them. Russell Pools. Go visit them today. See what they can do. RussellPools.com.
Live from the 2025 SEC Football Media Days, powered by Parish Construction and Roofing. Enter now for your chance to win $10,000 cash at parishbuilt.com. Our coverage is also presented by Rev and Relief Windows.
All right, welcome back in. OTB here live from the College Football Hall of Fame, SEC Media Days, LSU, Ole Miss, South Carolina, and Vanderbilt. Going to be rolling through here today. LSU is the first team up, and so BK probably talking to local media right now. They'll start the car wash coming up here pretty soon, but we have got our focus on getting your guy, Garrett Nussmeier, onto the show today.
Yeah,
because my guy, Whit Weeks, has already joined us.
Look, he
if you can't get QB1, I mean, I know you hadn't played in a long time.
Garrett's going to be in some serious trouble if he doesn't stop by this table.
What are you going to do?
Get him in trouble?
Well, to be fair to Garrett
That's
Nussmeier,
Call his parents?
whenever we started this show, so when we started, you went a week and then you went out of town, right?
Yep.
Okay.
No,
So
I went 2 weeks, I thought.
I don't know. Whenever your first week to not be here was, he wrote both of us and said, hey, Wednesday, I can come on. What was the day that Flynn missed? Wednesday.
Yep. Had stuff to do.
So, And, I could have been very non-foxhole and just said, you know what, let's just do this anyways. But I said, no, our guy, our QB1 needs to be here for this.
Yeah, the people didn't want that. Got to give the people what they want.
Well, we hadn't given him maybe anything yet.
Well, he's got no excuses. He will show up today. I got a good feeling. We're going to ask him all the tough questions, too.
Well, we got one question he better know the answer to.
What's that?
Who's Jonathan Moxon and who did he play for?
No doubt. No doubt. That's going to be our question. When we get players, we are going to ask them a Varsity Blues question to see if anybody knows it. We're going to keep a count. We're going to keep track of this. And we are guessing that we're guessing that 10%. If we were able to talk to everybody and ask everybody, would you, the over-under at 10%, 15%?
There is only, of this group, there's 3 players. I think there's 3 players that would know who Jonathan Moxon is. It's Garrett Nussmeier, quarterback LSU, obviously. It is Arch Manning, quarterback Texas. And then I'm going Blake Shapen, quarterback Mississippi State.
Okay.
It's the only 3 that I think are going to know.
So not Whit Weeks?
Oh, well, I was just going quarterbacks.
Okay. Got it.
Whit Weeks, for sure, Whit Weeks knows. You don't have an accent like that and not know who Jonathan Moxon is. There's no chance.
I mean, you'd be better.
No way.
He has to know. So that's like, of all the questions we could ask, that's probably the one that we're going to hone in the most there. Is to challenge these guys to what their movie knowledge is. So stay tuned for that.
All right, so one of the things that I've already been asked like 17 times, because that's what we do here at Media Days, is the pressure on LSU football and what do they have to do this year? What's acceptable? Because they haven't made it into the college football playoffs since BK's been the head coach. They haven't won an opener. Now that goes back before Brian Kelly as well. It has been since 2019. 2019. So in the 2020s, you have not won an opening game. It's like, okay, if they don't make the playoff, like what is the conversation? And it should be the conversation, shouldn't it? Like for a place like LSU, you expand the playoff, right? 12 teams. I think that the expectation every single year, now you're not going to get there every single year, but I think it should be, all right, are we going to say this was a success, or are we going to say this was disappointing, or are we going to say this was a failure? I think success, college football playoff. Disappointing, being on the verge of a college football playoff, right? Like one game, like think Alabama, South Carolina, Ole Miss last year. Like that should be disappointing to you. And then a failure is if you're not in the conversation. So I think there's 3 different ways to look at it. But this year, with what you did, who you bring, like there's not a quarterback on this little sheet right here that I would take over Garrett Nussmeier. That's not being biased. That's just looking at who's coming back, knowing what he did a year ago, knowing how much I think you jump from year 1 to year 2. The conversation we always have. There's not a meathead on this list that I'd rather have than Whit Weeks at linebacker, right? So you have got the pieces. You've added pieces as well. You have added coaches. You have done a lot this offseason. Another great recruiting class. It should be highly disappointing if you don't make the college football playoff. Yeah,
that's why this year the conversation around the country is a lot different for LSU going in, because we are returning. We do have all those pieces. Last year there was a little bit of unknown. Of course, there was, from a personnel standpoint, unknowns on defense, but a lot of unknowns about Garrett Nussmeier. People had seen him do good things, but they had also seen him come in and backup blowout situations where it didn't look so hot, right? Come in with the bomb squad, and we've talked at like nausea about like the mentality of those types of situations. But we do have all those pieces, and this is like the first year I think that Brian Kelly is taking his team into a season with absolutely zero excuses. Right? You got it. You have the personnel. You did a great job in the transfer portal. It's like solidifying pieces over on the defense. And, of course, you're bringing in one of the top quarterbacks in the country that has proven to be that NFL caliber guy. You got the pieces around him. You got to shore up some stuff on the offensive line. You got some unproven commodities there. But we have no doubt that those things are good. So, of course, like especially this year, every year with LSU, that's the beauty of this program and being one of the blue bloods in the country is that you do have those expectations. If you're not in the conversation to win a title, whether it's an SEC title, a national title, and of course with 12 teams in the playoffs, being part of the playoff picture, it is a disappointment. It's a big disappointment. But I feel like it's kind of been sheltered. That expectation and disappointment's been a little sheltered the last couple of years because there have been some personnel issues that we were building and building and building. But this is the year that those excuses are out the window. LSU does have to show up. And if we are not at least in the conversation, I expect them to contend for an SEC championship. I expect them to contend for a national championship. Of course, there has to be good fortune with that. You have to have some good fortune with injuries. You have to have things go your way in big situations and big-time games. But I fully expect that. And if they're not in, it is going to be a disappointment. And that's just not us saying. Each one of these three guys and Coach Kelly that are here this week would tell you the exact same thing if they're sitting across from us.
For sure.
They're going to say, if we're not part of that conversation, this is a big letdown.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right. It's one of the things I actually really appreciate about it is, like, there's not backing down from that. But to me, winning the opener, and it's become a joke because it's been, so bad in the last 5 you've lost, and it's like you almost just expect it to go wrong now. But can you imagine what it would be like to step out on the right foot and not start the season 0-1 and be like, okay, well, we got to be perfect for the rest of the season, because I'm sure that's what it feels like in that building. Is you start 0-1, it's like, man, we hadn't even got to the gauntlet of the SEC yet. It's like we have to be perfect. And then when you play perfect, you play tight, you don't play your normal game, and just a win to start 1-0 as you head into a Louisiana Tech game. And hey, guess what? 2-0. And then you got Florida's on the horizon. It's like, can you imagine the confidence of that compared to starting out 0-1? And then you go play in Tiger Stadium for your home opener, and there's there's 80,000 people there because everybody's disappointed already. It's like, what are we really going to learn from this game? It's like, and then you limp into a Florida game. If you beat Clemson, you're full speed sprint.
Yeah, it's let's not start with our back against the wall this year, having to play perfectly here on out. Maybe all we need is a little challenge. I think that going into the opening game, the past, billion years that we've lost these games, I think that LSU was expected to win. They were the favorite usually. And from our standpoint as, analyzing and former players, we're like, yes, LSU should win all these games. This is the first year that we're playing a true road game against a really top opponent, against a Heisman contender quarterback. So on paper, this is probably the toughest opening game that LSU has had in this stretch of losses. So, but this is also probably one of the better teams, top to bottom. So I
think it's the best one you faced in the Florida State team that you lost to in Orlando. That was a good football team. I mean, they went undefeated in regular season, so I don't want to disrespect them, but this Clemson team is the same or even more than that team.
Yeah, no, and this is a true road game. This is a home and home situation, and that's what I kind of love. I love this setup. Yeah. Going there, playing at somebody's field. They get to come to us at some point. So this is going to be. It's not one of these neutral site or these neutral site openers at an NFL stadium. This is truly going on the road in an extremely hostile atmosphere, and let's see if the Tigers and the preparation and all the talk leading up, if we can put it out on the field and get it and start out 1-0, which, I mean, good Lord. I mean, you think LSU fans would just breathe a huge sigh of relief?
If you lose yet another opener.
What happens if you win? Nope.
There we go. Dang it. I was going to go perfect this week, and I knew it.
Those buttons are made for your fingers, too.
I knew it. It's okay. We'll get there. All right, we will step away, continuing talking some LSU, Ole Miss, South Carolina, and Vanderbilt. Certainly some quarterbacks here that I want to break down with Flynn. Not only Garrett Nussmeier, Lenore Sellers, Diego Pavia, two quarterbacks, two different styles, two completely different players, but their team is going to trust them the same and lean on them the same. And we'll break it all down when we come back here on OTB.
Off the bench.
All right, go to PelicanRoof.com. PelicanRoof.com is the website for Pelican Roofing. You need a roof quote. Get your price now with the instant roof quote. It is right there, top right corner of the website. Put in your address. Going to give you an outline of your home, your business, and give you an idea of what that roof is going to cost. Now, also right there on the homepage, you will see all of the 5-star reviews. Go check them out in Lafayette, in Baton Rouge, boots on the ground in both PelicanRoof.com.
Yeah, we talk about great service. Pelican Roof, locating an office in Lafayette, in Baton Rouge. Such a big project. They will have a project manager actually dedicated to your project every single day, working on your roof. Go visit them today, see their gallery, see their testimonials, see everything that they're doing, see how they can help you. PelicanRoof.com, PelicanRoof.com.
Also, remember, check out those financing options right there on the homepage of the website. That's PelicanRoof.com.
Live from the 2025 SEC Football Media Days, powered by Parish Construction and Roofing. Enter now for your chance to win $10,000 cash at parishbuilt.com. Our coverage is also presented by Rev and Relief Windows.
Oh, there we go.
Yes. There's too many buttons on this thing.
So many buttons.
I don't think I hit a button.
Are you
down
supposed
there,
to be
though.
pushing buttons? Like
Probably not.
Rivers
I'm
just
just
said
supposed
no.
to be doing the. I don't think I pushed it, but maybe my hand. I don't know.
Ooh, what does this one do?
No. Let's don't do that. Let's don't do that. Speaking of pushing buttons, we're going to be pushing buttons on our new interactive whiteboard.
Ooh.
Thanks to Gulf Coast Office Products, GCOPnet.com. That thing got delivered the other day. Can't wait for that. New
we're
Orleans,
playing
Baton
around with
Rouge, Mandeville, Lafayette, GCOP is the place to go.
Yeah, if you don't let your office be down for long. If something happens, when you work with GCOP, with Gulf Coast Office Price, when you work with them and have printing solutions with them, if something goes down, you call them, you talk to a person. You don't get a recorded service. You don't have to push 0 to get connected with somebody. You call somebody right there. They get somebody out as fast as possible. Do not let your office go down for long. Work with them. You get the personal touch. GCOPnet.com.
All right, so obviously we've talked LSU. We're going to continue talking LSU, but there's some other quarterbacks here, Matthew. Lenore Sellers, South Carolina, Diego Pavia from Vanderbilt that I'm pretty high on. Now, they're different players, right? And look, this isn't disrespectful to Diego Pavia, but look, he's not like an NFL guy that's going to be drafted in the first round. Now, if he makes it, that'd be great. I'd love to root for that guy, but he's just a really good college football player. He's just a gamer. He is just somebody that everything that the good Lord gave him, he uses in
it.
every single game. He talks a little trash, minus the little part. I love that about him. He doesn't shy away from Alabama or Texas or any of the big boys, and he's the Vanderbilt quarterback. And so there's a lot to, if you're a competitor, there's just a lot to love about Diego Pavia.
Yeah, he's the perfect quarterback for Vanderbilt to become relevant in the SEC because they're not this team with Clark Lee as the head coach, being a newer coach there. You're not automatically just going to have wide receiver talent, offensive line talent, where a traditional passer, pocket quarterback is going to go there and be able to have success. So this is the perfect quarterback, a little competitive guy who can go out there and just, like you said, get every ounce out of his ability, be competitive, be a dual threat guy, a hard-nosed, gritty player. We all know the type of player he is. We all saw that guy play in high school. That was he just was better than he should have been.
Yeah.
Right? This is that type of guy at the next level. So the perfect guy for Vanderbilt in this kind of rebuild that they're trying to do right now. who could make them successful fast, the perfect type of quarterback. Like I said, if there was a 6'5" guy that could laser rocket arm, that could throw it all over the place, not having the success at Vanderbilt that Pavia is having because of the style of play and because of just the talent around him. But hopefully this for them, I think they hope that his success makes them relevant enough to start recruiting everybody else, all those other positions. So he's extremely, extremely important to their program. Really fun to watch. Now, we've questioned in the past couple of weeks with a whole year to prepare for him now. He was the changeup last year.
Yeah.
He was the changeup, hard to prepare for, hard to coach against. But with a year of preparation, does his production go down? Because they now know a little bit better of what he does.
Can you prepare for chaotic energy like he has?
Yeah.
What can you do? Because he plays off schedule a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Now, maybe you shore up your rushing lanes or maybe you contain him a little bit better, but it just feels like I don't know that we can prepare because I don't know that he knows what he's doing before the ball
certainly
snap, like in a good way.
And I have not reviewed the tape on every single one of his games, but I'm just assuming that there is games that he didn't do as good. I'm assuming there are games that he struggled, and that's why I say that year of preparation for coaches to study a player, study new offenses, do different offensive scheme. The reason why that is important is because you go back and look at the times they struggled. Look at when an offense struggles, when a quarterback struggles, you say, all right, this game, their production was down. Why was it down? Let's go study what that defense did against them. Let's study the plays that worked, that contained his chaotic energy, that contained what they're trying to do, which just stymied all their game plan, and then you replicate that. So the more and more you see something, it's not like these coaches are just drawing something out of thin air. There's brilliant coaches out there, but they're not creating plays out of thin air.
Right.
They're not creating defenses out of thin air that's going to stop them. It's a copycat league. Football is a copycat league. So you go and you see what worked against them, and then you install that in your defense. You install those type of techniques, and you figure out how to coach it. And the good defensive coaches will do that. Now, it's up to Diego to improve, and they also have the same film. They know what worked against them as well.
Yeah.
So that's why football is just a beautiful sport, is because you got all these guys. You know what works against you. You know you self game plan. You watch your own film. You watch your opponent's film, and you take what works against you, and you try to improve on it.
I mean, to your point, like some of the stat lines, like when you look at it, it's a little bit of a mixed bag.
Sure.
You look at let's just go randomly here. Against Alabama, he was 16 of 20 for 252, 2 tutters, 80% completion percentage, also ran for 56 yards, right? But he also has a game against Auburn where he was 9 of 22 for 143 yards, completed 40% of his passes, had 2 touchdowns, but had 12 carries for 26 yards. Now, Vanderbilt won the game. You can go to a game like Kentucky. He was 15 of 18, completed 83% of his passes, 2 touchdowns, had another 53 on the ground. But then you look at LSU, he only threw for 186 yards, 54% completion percentage, and 43 yards on the ground. I mean, it's a mixed bag, but
you're going to get it with his style, though. You're going to get a mixed bag.
And you're also going to get, like, the stat line against Georgia Tech. He was 13 of 21 through the air, but he threw for 3 touchdowns. Right. And he also added 85 on the ground for 2 touchdowns.
Yep.
So, like, 13 of 21 is never going to be something you write home about, but he ended up, throwing 3 touchdowns and 160 yards, and that's kind of what you are going to get with Diego.
Yeah, and it's one of those things when you're a defense and you're a defensive coordinator playing against him, you just got to say, man, he's going to get his every now and then.
Yeah.
Because it's chaotic energy. It's playing off schedule, doing things that aren't supposed to be traditional football, and then he's also a competitive SOB.
Yeah.
He's also a grinder. He's going to hit you in the mouth as a quarterback when you're not expecting it. So you have to be on your toes. You got to be ready for anything as a defense against Vanderbilt. And it's crazy that we're saying that, right? Against Vanderbilt.
Yeah.
And it's just somebody that it's a team that is exciting to watch on offense, and I hope that continues, and I hope he improves, because having a guy like that in your conference makes the conference better, makes it more exciting, and having every team from top to bottom is having them to be a threat makes the whole conference better, right? It makes we want good games. We want good competition. And having Vanderbilt up there, which we can't say that very often. We haven't been able to. But I know you're a big fan of Clark Lee.
Hey, right over there. What's up, Clark?
What up, Clark?
Say ball.
Say ball. Come over here. Talk some Pavia. But no, I'm a big fan. I think watching a player like that is just fun to do. Like he's not a traditional quarterback. I don't expect him to go to the next league and play the position.
No.
But you never know. You never know.
All right, we'll step away. We'll talk a little South Carolina. Lenore Sellers is certainly a quarterback high on everybody's list. He is a redshirt sophomore, big year for him. If he does the things that we think he can do, he will be a NFL quarterback in the near future, even if he has multiple years left, because last year, what he was able to do, can he replicate it again this year? We'll break it all down when we come back here on OTB.
Off the bench.
I don't hear the stab. Doesn't mean it didn't play, so I'm just going to go into
Just hit it.
Boudreaux's Electrical. Boudreaux'sElectrical.com is the website, whole home generator. If you're in Baton Rouge, you probably had it happen to you. I guess it would have been the middle of last week where the power just completely goes out. But if you have that whole home generator, it is the ultimate peace of mind. I was doing my afternoon radio show. It went out, and I was like, oh, no. But immediately, here comes the lights. Here comes the power. I was back on air like in 90 seconds because we had the whole home generator. More power, more protection. Boudreaux'sElectrical.com.
So it gave you a little peace of mind, huh?
It did. That's what it did. Yes,
I'll tell you.
sir.
So it's Monday morning. That's when our generator, our house, comes on, flips on for about 5 or 10 minutes every Monday, just maintenance. But every time, myself, my wife, my kids, we hear that flipping on, it just gives us that peace of mind because we know hurricane season is a-coming. So be prepared. Call them today. Just let them give you a quote. Let them come out and look at your house. They can size it perfectly for your home. Be the house with the lights on. Boudreaux'sElectrical.com.
Live from the 2025 SEC Football Media Days, powered by Parish Construction and Roofing. Enter now for your chance to win $10,000 cash at parishbuilt.com. Our coverage is also presented by Rev and Relief Windows.
All right, and welcome back in.
Alondra bringing some chaotic energy this Monday morning.
That was great. Let's get this thing. Actually, we're going to get started at the top of the next hour. We're going to break down South Carolina here in this segment. It is a team that has very high expectations. It was a team that went 9-3 in the regular season last year, and there were some losses certainly that stung South Carolina. The LSU game and how they had that game, and they're up 17-0. Then Lenore Sellers gets hurt, and there was a little controversy on one of the calls where they had a pick six, right? That's a game that they felt like they should have won, but they did, lose their bowl game to Illinois, but it hasn't stopped the hype train. And Lenore Sellers is the main reason for said hype train. Because, if you went to a casual SEC football fan, like, hey, give me one weapon for South Carolina. I'm talking about even in this room, and you get that kind of answer. Let me think about it, and they say Nick Harbor because they've seen him on the freaks list every year. It's like, well, I know he gave up track, but Nick Harbor hasn't really done anything for us to say, yes, he can be counted on in the SEC. So it is truly, Flynn, it is Lenore Sellers. He is the offense. They lost a lot on defense in the NFL draft, but I think everybody's just putting their stock in him being such a good player that they're going to be in the conversation.
Yeah, he's one of those players that makes you relevant every single week. We saw it during the LSU game, of course. I mean, it was, for the result of that game, so beneficial that he got hurt and got out. And nobody wishes for that. But when he went out of the game, the whole game changed.
Yeah.
Right? And I know South Carolina fans, that's probably the one game when they look back on it, that's the game we got screwed out of. That's the game we should have won. Of course, worked out in LSU's favor.
It did.
So we love it. But Lenore Sellers, I mean, he's a one of the top Heisman hopefuls this year for good reason. I mean, he makes his team exponentially better because he is so dangerous, and he can do it all, and that's what makes him. He's we just talked about Pavia last segment. He's that type of player, can open up all those types of plays that Pavia can, but with a little bit more just
God-given ability.
Yeah, God-given ability.
Yeah.
You know, not to put. I mean, of course, this is not meant to put anybody down. They're both great players, but Lenore Sellers just has that little bit extra go juice, and so
got a couple inches on Diego.
Got a couple inches, maybe a
we
couple
love a good
of
short king here, okay?
maybe a couple of tenths on the 40 time. I don't know, but I bet Pavia maybe it could outbench him though.
Yeah, no, there's no doubt.
No doubt.
There's no doubt.
There's no doubt, Pavia. During their workouts, summer workouts, that he's got at least half the team around his bench press, screaming at him to get
Yeah. Yeah. He's like, of all the quarterbacks, I think I'm picking Diego Pavia. John Mateer too. I don't know.
Or like, okay, so chalking up the hands, slapping them, walking up to the bar to back squat it. You got 3 strength coaches that are taking performance enhancing drugs. Huge strength coaches that are just slapping him on the back. Maybe someone slapping the face, and the whole team's screaming at him.
Yeah.
And he's probably, what do you think Pavia's squatting? 500 plus? 450?
I think so.
Good for him. I don't know.
Did you ever do that much?
Talking about Lenoris went over to,
I think you just like Diego Pavia. I think I'm winning you over.
I think I'm jumping on that hype train a little bit.
We're about to break here. We hope to catch up with their head coach, Clark Lee, Vanderbilt head coach, maybe, sort of, kind of. I'm going to yell at him. We'll have all that coming back your way. Boots on the ground live here from SEC Media Days.
Off the bench.
All right, go to yourgoodwood.com. Yourgoodwood.com is the website for Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. And you go to the website, you can find a full list of services. You can find pricing. You can book your consultation right there on the website, because you should not live life with fear or embarrassment. There is a solution for you, and Goodwood is going to be that solution. So again, go to the website, see what they can do for you, get everything scheduled up right there at yourgoodwood.com.
Yeah, you're Goodwood. I mean, we're all human. We have these human bodies, and things go wrong. Things start to change, especially as we age a little bit. So go see them. They see how they can help you. They can almost fix anything when it comes to the aging process, whether it's hair restoration, whether it's low T, you need a little bit of testosterone, whether it's ED, whatever it is. Go check out their services. Go check out their pricing. Go check out their website, yourgoodwood.com.